Premier Media's Mining Weekly is interviewing Vuslat Bayoglu, the managing director of Menar, a private investment company with an actively managed and growing portfolio of diversified minerals. Hi, Vuslat. It's great to chat to you once again. Mining Weekly understands that at last month's investing in African mining in Durban and Cape Town, Menar signed a memorandum of understanding with the government of Gabon, which has prompted Mining Weekly to begin with this question. How does the MOU that you've signed with the Gabonese government fit your diversification strategy?
In Menar, we plan to diversify into different minerals, and part of our strategy, we decided to look at iron and manganese in Gabon, and we've been studying what can be done. We looked at certain projects, and it was aligned with our strategy to get into ferrous metals. Hence, we did a MOU with the Gabonese government during mining in Daba, and we are looking forward to explore further and then see what we can do in the country.
And is the government quite responsive to investment like what you're planning?
As you know, there's a new government in Gabon, and many things changed, but when we decide to engage with them, they were very responsive. They have a unit dealing with the foreign direct investors into the mining industry. For Gabon, mining is critical. So currently we have a very good relationship, and when we need to get information, we are getting information. There's a dedicated person dealing with us. So from that perspective, it's very promising.
And you managed to speak to them face to face at the mining in Durban in Cape Town?
Yes, it was part of my meetings in mining in Durban. We had a good discussion with them, so we have a plan. Hopefully we will visit Gabon in June, but in the meantime we are evaluating the projects.
Mining Weekly reported in December that your Gugulethu colliery project in Mpumalanga was progressing well. What is the latest on the advancement of this greenfield project?
So we've been developing Gugulethu for the last 2 years, and things are going according to the plan. We opened the pit. We've got 7 teams working, and we have a processing plant which is operational. We did the cold commissioning and hot commissioning. We are in coal at the moment, and we are targeting to get to steady state in the next 3 months. The target is to mine 200,000 tons a month and process it and get about 120,000 tons of saleable product a month. And we employ people from the community. We already employed 41 people and trained them, female and male operators. And when we reach steady state, in total we will employ 410 people. And we are hoping that the first coal that will be exported be ready in the next 2 to 3 weeks' time. So it's going according to the plan, and it's very exciting for the community and for the company.
South Africa has seen the private sector stepping up to assist the state-run Transnet, and collaboration that has caught the eye includes procurement of spare parts by the Richards Bay Coal Terminal, as well as striking up some sort of partnership between Transnet Freight Rail and Kalahari Manganese. How impactful do you think these public-private interventions will be?
So RBCT and TFR show that private sector and state-owned entities can work together, can collaborate very well. It started with the security services, RBCT played an important role in helping Transnet Freight Rail to minimize the security incidents, especially for the cable theft. It was critical because when the cables are stolen, the system comes to a halt. Hence, that collaboration was important, and it was working very well. And a new thing is RBCT is working with, again, Transnet Freight Rail on the batteries and compressors for the locomotives. That obviously helps improving the availability of the locomotives, which is very critical. And we see that it's working. It's improving the efficiency of Transnet Freight Rail. In the last three weeks, they were consistently moving about 1 million tons per week, compared to 700 to 800,000 tons a week earlier, which is a great improvement, and we are hoping that they will be there. As we all know, the RBCT TFR's biggest problem is is locomotives availability. So if locomotives are like any spare parts is needed, and if the spare parts are not there, then they're idled. So this issue will be removed by providing spare parts to Transnet freight rail, and that will help the availability of the locomotive. So that's going to improve the availability of the capacity in the coal line. And another good example, private sector and TFR collaboration is Kalahari. Kalahari Manganese opened their rapid loader facility to junior manganese miners, and we will hopefully be starting to move the first manganese to Port Elizabeth soon, and it's a good initiative, and we are appreciating what Kalahari does and coming to the party and helping the junior manganese miners to unlock the capacity for the small miners.
Promised at ministerial level is that South Africa's massive mine licensing backlog will be resolved within a year. Do you have confidence that the new licensing system will make the difference necessary to remove the backlog and encourage investment?
Yes, look, DMRE has got a new service provider for the cadastral system. I think it's a good initiative. Maybe it's a bit late, but I don't think it's as big as it's exaggerated. The problem is as big as it's exaggerated, because I think if you are a serious investor and if you're waiting for your mining right, DMRE is very helpful, and they were always like on the side of the investor to unlock the value, because they know their duty to unlock economic value so that jobs are created, procurement opportunities are given to the community, business people. Hence, I think it was not a massive issue, but I think it was an issue, and now it's sorted. Now we need to remember when DMRE licensing process are more consistent and more reliable, that will help the new investors to come to the country. South Africa's got a great potential for exploration, and it's for the existing companies in South Africa or new companies coming from other parts of the world. It's an opportunity to make them feel more comfortable when they apply for a prospecting right, for mining right. The new cadastral system will make them more comfortable.
That was Creamer Media's Mining Weekly, speaking to Vuslat Bayoglu, the managing director of Menars, a private investment company with an actively managed and growing portfolio of diversified minerals.